howdy, hi everybody, Sam Goodman, the Hot Nerd. Welcome to another episode of the Safety Sucks vlog. These things are just chugging right along. I can't believe that we're already this many deep, but it's fun for me. I'm having an absolute blast. So just a little life update. I disappeared to Las Vegas over the last weekend or so, and I will tell you that I captured about this much zero footage on purpose. I needed some time away. I wanted to put the camera down. I wanted to step away from the microphone. I didn't feel like lugging all my crap through the airport too. Let's just kind of level about that. But more importantly, it was about getting away and enjoying a little bit of a weekend outside of Phoenix, away from work, away from everything, just recharging, just relaxing, and it was an absolute blast. I had a ton of fun. It was great. Again, just to recharge, just to hang out. But I'm here at home. You can tell I'm not in the studio. I'm here at the home office doing some home work, if you will. I've got a bunch of stuff I got to get caught up on after being away, and then I'm going to head down to the studio and do all that kind of sort of stuff. But first, you know what time it is. I need to get caffeinated before I can continue on with this day, so let's do that. Then let's maybe get some more caffeine. We'll stop and get maybe some Starbucks, and then we'll head to the studio. I've got to meet up with the awesome, the amazing, the super duper talented Ian Allison. We're working on some of the Safety Sucks, the Manifesto book stuff, getting everything wrapped up for you to get to peek at that thing in mid-May. So don't forget, the book is coming. But I don't know, let's go. I've got to get back to work. Let's get this day going. After meeting today, but that's a good thing. You know, meetings are kind of sort of fun. I really enjoy when I get the opportunity to do them in person rather than, you know, kind of back there hanging out on a computer. But I get to do one of my most favoriteest things right now is I get to go to the studio. I already told you that, but I'm actually leaving now. I got sidetracked, but I'm leaving. I'm gonna go hang out with Ian. I'm gonna work on the book. I'm gonna maybe do some video stuff. I don't know, maybe play with some podcasts. And then my most favorite part of the day is I gotta go pick up the one, the only, the amazing Avery May Goodman from school. She's getting ready to graduate kindergarten pretty soon. That just absolutely blows my mind. But I'm gonna run. I'll see you there. Back to work. Back at it. Making stuff happen. Love you, mean it. See you in a second. I ran away to Las Vegas. I had to get away. Me and Jarrell, my significant other, we ran away to Las Vegas. We wanted to take a little bit of time, but our schedules are insane. You get a little bit of a glimpse into kind of what all this is like kind of up in here. But Jarrell, his life is just as insane. He works in management, in healthcare, and we kind of end up running in all kinds of directions. Here's my, this is here. Let me, hold on, wait, pause. Let me set this down so you don't get the rattle here happening the entire time we're chatting. But what I'm saying is we've been super duper busy, both with normal work, extra work, life stuff, all that kind of sort of stuff that just happens to all of us. So we had been planning this for a little bit to just kind of go somewhere else, turn off the phones, turn off the computers, and just do Vegas stuff. And I will pause right here and say that I don't have some like fancy, super handy dandy message for you today. Well, kind of, but not really. But let me dive into some more Vegas stuff first. We went out, we hung out, we ate a bunch of good food. I got to go to a place that I have been pumped for a really long time. So most of you know that we have the Really Fucking Scary Stories podcast too, where we dive into like all things creepy, crawly, paranormal, weird, serial killer, true crime. I mean, you name it. It's kind of sort of on there. Anything that makes you go like, ugh, we kind of put on there. So I wanted to go to the Zak Bagans Haunted Museum in downtown Las Vegas for a very, very long time. We've been to Vegas a couple times since the museum opened, and I just haven't had the opportunity to go yet, but it happened this time. It happened. It was amazing. It was super creepy. I loved it. He hated it. I loved it. It was perfect. Mwah, super duper. Do recommend, if you get a chance, you're in Las Vegas, if you're into any of that kind of sort of stuff, go check it out. It's just got a lot of old stuff, so maybe if you're just into old stuff, it's got a lot of that stuff too. But the exhibits are just laid out really neat, and it was a ton of fun. So yeah, I came back. I'm well rested. I'm excited. I'm excited to keep doing more of this. And I hope that you're enjoying these. So again, another quick pause. I hope that you're liking these. Let me know what you think. Cruise on down to the comments. Let me know your thoughts about these. You like them, love them, hate them. Gotta have more of them. And if you don't want to do that, send me an email, sam@thehopnerd.com. But kind of veering back into turning this into some form of a message, especially in our profession, especially in a lot of, really any high stress job, burnout is very, 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 very real. And I say especially in the safety profession because, you know, I kind of talk a lot about the sucks of the safety profession, and a lot of those sucks contribute to burnout. It contributes to a lot of really amazing safety folks running out the gate, hard hat in hand, to go do basically anything else other than this job. And I've shared this story with you, but I was almost one of those people as well. The treatment of safety pros, the stuff like super long unpaid hours, insane responsibility, unachievable responsibility, unachievable expectations, kind of always being primed for failing and failing regularly in this profession. All of that kind of sort of stuff, coupled with all the other crap that comes along with maybe more traditional approaches to safety, it really led me to this position where I loved my job, but I really hated what it had become. I loved what the safety profession stood for, but I hated what it had become. But this little quick message isn't really about all of that stuff. We've got to work on that stuff for sure. I've dedicated a huge portion of my life, a huge portion of every single day, to trying to work on some of that stuff, to make the world a better place to work for safety people too. But something that I realized kind of as I grew as a safety professional is some of that onus was on me as well. I needed to better manage that stuff. I needed to push back against those things kind of in my little world. It's on us as well. I needed to grow into a position to where I was comfortable pushing back. I was comfortable saying no. I was comfortable quitting if I had to and not taking that kind of garbage. I had to get into a position to where I was comfortable with all those things. And on the personal side, and kind of again back to where this message is kind of going, is this idea that I needed to better manage myself. I needed to disconnect more. I needed to push for that. I needed to make those things a priority. I've shared with you a bunch kind of these little like generalized pro tips that I use, just kind of little stupid things, and they're so easy that they are stupid, right? This idea of when I get home, just as an example, I'll take my phones, personal and work, and I'll just put them somewhere, throw them in a drawer, go lay them down on the desk in the office, and walk away from them completely. I'll go get in my car and go to the grocery store and go to the gym and go do go do life without a phone attached to my hip. Either one of them. You can do it. You absolutely can. I didn't think I could, but you absolutely can. We're in this position where we go, oh, but what if something happens at work and they need to get me right now and I have to go, woo, 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 lights and sirens on. I gotta get there really, really fast because I gotta save the world. You're not. You can't. You're not a fucking firefighter. Right? That's not our job. You can't. Put the phone in the drawer, walk away from it. You have to. You owe it to yourself. It makes you a better safety professional in the long run, because if you don't get time to disconnect, you're going to burn out and burn out fast. Take your personal phone, throw it there as well. Get off Facebook, get off Instagram, get off LinkedIn, get off YouTube after you like and comment on this video, and walk away from it for a little bit. I'm not saying you just have to throw it there and disappear for 8 hours, but even if it's 30 minutes, just go do something that's not work, that's not social media, that's not anything. If you have the phone in your pocket, you'll do what I did. You'll grab the phone, you'll get a slight moment of kind of lull of boredom, and you'll go, oh, let me check my email real quick. It doesn't work. Set the phone down, walk away, get some time away for just a few minutes. I started doing some other stuff too. Like I pencil in stuff into my day to just to get up and go. And writing it down is one thing. Making yourself do it is another struggle completely. Trust me, it's hard. I also pencil in stuff where I just connect with people. Right? I'll go in, and whether it's family, friends, coworkers, people that I know from way back when, I don't put a name on it usually unless someone particularly comes to mind that I feel like I need to reach out to. But I'll just say, okay, this is right now, 1:45 p.m. I've got a chunk of time. I'm gonna call a family member that I haven't talked to in a while. I'm gonna call a coworker, just out of the blue, has nothing to do with work, nothing like that. Just call and catch up with somebody. It makes a huge difference. You're not going to walk away from that experience feeling worse. You only walk away from that experience feeling better. Hopefully both of you do. It's more of a selfish endeavor for me though, because I walk away from that feeling recharged, happy, connected, all of those kind of things that you want from that experience. Just from picking up the phone, calling someone randomly, said, hey, what's up? I haven't talked to you in a while. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I gotta get some of that down after that little cell phone rant that I just had. Take the time, take the trip, put the phone down, go outside, go do something that you absolutely love. I feel very fortunate because I have kind of all of this that's a mixture of those things. It's a little different, right? I come to the studio, I come here and do this stuff, and I feel recharged by it. It gets all my little creative neeners going, and it's just awesome. I never leave here feeling worse. I never make a video and feel worse after I made a video. This is selfish for me because this is just as much fun. Hopefully you're having fun too, but this is just as much fun for me in making this and all the stuff kind of behind the scenes, in doing the podcast, in connecting with people, in creating just cool stuff in general. So find an outlet, find something that it might even be a part of work. It might not. It might be artisanal basket weaving. I don't know, but find something to pour some of your time into that gets you away from all of that other stuff. There's a ton of things. I definitely don't hold all the answers. I think the better statement here is to say that I'm figuring this shit out along with you, especially as it comes to work-life balance, life in general. I think that's kind of sort of the thing, right? We're just figuring it out as we go. But someone that has returned from the brink of burnout and someone that's trying to prevent from getting back to the brink of burnout, for me, it always comes back to passion. It always comes back to loving what I do. I think that's what ultimately kept me in the safety profession 4 or 5 years ago when I was ready to just go do anything else, that underlying love of what the job stood for kept me here. I held on to that. Now that, coupled with some pro tips, techniques, whatever we want to call them, of disconnecting, getting away, doing other stuff, leaving work at work, spending quality family time with family away from work, all of those kind of sort of things, and many more helped me actually get through that period, and it's helping me maintain that, and I'm sure it will help me, that and much more will help me in the future come back from the brink of burnout, because it's very real. It's going to happen. It's going to probably happen several times throughout your career. It's probably going to happen more throughout mine. But hold on to that passion, hold on to that love of what the profession truly stands for, and fight your way through it. We need you. We need you. It takes all of us together to remedy a lot of the suck that we talk about so much. Use those tools, use those techniques, use those things, whatever it is that works for you, to help you claw your way through that. The safety profession is a better profession because you are in it. We need you here. I would love to hear from you. What stuff do you use to help manage this work-life balance? And on a side rant, it's kind of work-life balance. It's all just life. That's kind of like an illusion, right? But how do you manage that? How do you manage the stress that comes about from work? How do you manage the stress that comes about from life? Do you have any pro tips? I would love to learn from you. Leave them down below in the comments so we can have a conversation about it. Come over and share them with me on LinkedIn. Or if you don't want to be out in the public and you don't want to get all social media, this kind of stuff, send them to sam@thehotnerd.com. A few quick things before we hang this thing up for the day. Remember, I'm going to be at Safety Day. Make sure you head over to acfs.org to register. It's like $30. Where the heck can you find? And it's such an awesome lineup of speakers and just awesome stuff for $30. Absolutely insane. The book is right there. It's coming out so soon. We're going to debut it on Safety Day, so you can go and do the math and figure out what that date is. I'll be sharing that as we get in a little bit closer, but the book's coming out, Safety Day, all kinds of cool stuff. And again, I want to hear what you think about these things. I always forget. I always do this where I think, like, you know, if you're here, you probably came here through the podcast, but maybe you just found this on YouTube. If you haven't tuned into the podcast, make sure you head over and listen to the Hot Nerd Podcast, where we go down every single wonky rabbit hole around human and organizational performance, safety, health, making work suck less in general, making safety suck less in general. Again, just the Hot Nerd. Just go search it. It's pretty much anywhere that you listen to podcasts. But that's all I've got. Sam Goodman, the Hot Nerd, signing off. Love you, mean it. Bye, everybody. Bye.